Hi, welcome to Grow With Angie. I'm Angie, and today I'm going to give you an update on the straw bale garden. If you have not watched my first video on how to set up a straw bale garden, I will put that link in the comments below. Check that out. I always want to be honest with my gardening. Just because something might not work properly doesn't mean you have a brown thumb. So just keep that in mind. It doesn't mean you can't keep trying and turn that brown thumb into a green thumb. In the first video, I explained that straw bales were super expensive this year. It was really hard to find them. I found a really great farmer who had some bales up in the loft of their barn. Great price. But here's the problem. My husband and I did not tie or tighten the bales once we got them. They were very loose and we could tell that right away. Once the bales started to decompose, they really just started kind of caving in on themselves, and we tried to retighten them at that time. Looking back, we should have put new strings. So now what does that mean after all of this time has gone by and our plants are getting much bigger? You can see this bale right down here is totally collapsing. The weight of the tomato plants is just making it sink in, and that is not the only bale. We have several other bales that are doing the same. I'm really hoping that the roots are now just going into the ground and the bale is actually just being a stabilizer. Yesterday, my husband did decide to pull some of the green pepper plants and the jalapeno and put them in the ground. So we broke one of the bales apart, took the plants out the best that we could, and transplanted them. The bales that are still in great shape, albeit very, very soft, are doing what they were meant to do. You can also add these property stakes to either support your bales or run wires between them and create a trellis. As you can see here, the pickles are growing up the trellis at a huge success rate. We are already getting so many pickles that we're starting our sun pickle process. Who doesn't love making their own big jar of sun pickles? These bales, you can see that the tomatoes that were rotten from last year had fallen around the same area because we baled pretty much in the same spot. All of the tomato plants around the bale on the ground, we didn't plant, and they're just bonus. Even though the bales are really shrinking in size, the tomato plants are still doing really, really healthy. And so far, I haven't seen any tomato bugs. If you see the really long, green, kind of cool looking bug, I'm told that they glow at night with a black light. I may have to try that to see if I can find them a little bit easier because they blend in so well with the tomatoes. Also, something fun that is happening this year is our compost pile. We take everything that is from the garden left over, maybe some vegetables that didn't work very well, pumpkins that didn't grow properly, watermelon. We throw all of that into compost along with the straw bales. Now, just like the straw bales, it is decomposed inside. It creates a bigger, faster, healthier plant. And everything that gets thrown into the compost pile, well, it does the same thing. We're gonna let it go this year, just see kind of what happens. Everything's always an experiment. Now, I'm gonna take you on a little tour of everything that's in the garden that's not in a straw bale, and I'll show you how well everything is doing on the ground. Right now, I'm sitting between the broccoli and the Brussels sprouts and our overgrown asparagus. We do have a little bit of a bug infestation that you can see on some of these leaves. It's grasshoppers, and I'm not really going to worry about them too much. It's not affecting the whole entire plant. They're just kind of popping on, chewing a couple of little leaves and popping back off. So we're just going to let that go. The grasshoppers can have a few nibbles here and there as long as I still get my broccoli. This is one of my yellow squash plants. Can you see me? It's really difficult to see how big this squash plant is. We actually make mounds in the dirt so the water is contained in the top because our soil is very dry if we don't have sprinklers going here all the time. So we just water into the plant, making sure they get water and we're not wasting it on all of the other dry dirt. But yeah, my yellow squash is going a little crazy. Here you go. This is number one of 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 between the yellow squash and the zucchini. Pretty excited how big and beautiful they are this year. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. And if you want to be part of the GWA family and community, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you know every time a new video is uploaded. We'd love to have you be part of our community. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.